Meanwhile, President Biden is headed to Europe this morning for high-stakes meetings with NATO allies. Later in the week, he plans to visit Poland and announce more humanitarian aid. The UN Refugee Agency now says 3.6 million people have left Ukraine since Russia's invasion, and Poland has taken in more than half. ABC News senior national correspondent Terry Moran joins me live now from Brussels with what we can expect from President Biden's trip. Hi, Terry. What do you think we're going to hear from these NATO meetings?
Hey, Diane. Yeah, President Biden's going to arrive here this evening for this emergency NATO summit that was called just 10 days ago. And there will be what they call some deliverables, some concrete things, it looks like, some new sanctions on Russia. The members of the Russian legislature, the Duma, are going to be sanctioned, the White House tells us. There'll also be the next phase of military assistance for Ukraine as it not only stalemates Russia on the battlefield, but seeks to gain advantage, perhaps decisive advantage. And there'll be talk as well about humanitarian assistance and assistance to those frontline NATO states that are now looking at a war across their border. But more important, really, is that this meeting is designed and has been called by President Biden originally to tap into what is one of the major strengths right now of the NATO alliance, and that is an intangible force. It is a united and determined Europe, united in outrage and determined to stop or to find some way to back down Vladimir Putin and get this war stopped. Obviously, Biden has made clear that NATO is not going to get involved in Ukraine at all, but he said every inch of NATO soil will be defended. And it is really a show of solidarity and defiance against Vladimir Putin, who has spent decades masterly trying to divide the eight allies, trying to pull Germany away, getting Europe really addicted to Russian gas. And this is an effort to say there will be no weakening of this united NATO front against Vladimir Putin, although time will tell. And finally, they do have to discuss something very serious, which is the potential for the use of chemical and biological, even nuclear weapons by Russia, whose military doctrine does allow for that and has not renounced the use of those weapons in this war. What would that mean for NATO's determination not to get involved in a shooting war in Ukraine? That is a tough question that has yet to be answered with any clarity.
It stands for sure that these leaders are trying to do in showing strength, but also not pushing Vladimir Putin essentially too far. Meanwhile, Terry, from there, President Biden goes to Poland. We know the latest numbers from the UN Refugee Agency is that 3.6 million people have left the country of Ukraine since this war started. More than half of them are in Poland, but of course they're scattered around these neighboring countries that you mentioned. We know Biden is planning, as you said, to announce more humanitarian aid. What are some of the deliverables there? What do they want to do to help the rest of the world take in all of these people?
Yeah, it is a staggering exodus, isn't it, Diane? Faster than almost anything anyone can remember since World War II, certainly in Europe and around the world even. 3.6 million people in less than a month fleeing their homes, their lives thrown into chaos and ruin. And so many of them in Poland. That's one of the things President Biden wants to do, is hail the Polish people and their government for the role that they have played in taking in so many. But they are stretched to the limit now, and there are undoubtedly more coming as this war grinds on. And so the president is going to talk about ways of getting the United States involved, which has been slow. The United States has been slow in taking Ukrainian refugees, and it doesn't look like the United States is going to open the doors, which Europe has. Europe has opened the doors to these refugees, allowing them to get work permits right away. We'll see how that goes. That will be quite a picture, though. President Biden meeting with Ukrainian refugees, which we do expect. Diane?
Right. Terry Moran for us in Brussels. Thank you, Terry.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.